if and count if as. And this project is aging analysis. Now you can see here there are lots of sales number, customer number, product code, unit price, then quantity, then sales before tax, sales tax, and sales plus tax is here. Now we want to this type of analysis. We want to create some aging report. Aging report. What is the meaning of aging report? We want to analyze the data. How many data it's between 0 to 30, 30 days, 30 to 60 days, then 60 to 120 days, sales plus data, now how can you find out how many data it's between 0 to 30 days, 30 to 60, 60 to 120, and 120 above, and 120 above it. Now, here we can see that the aging and lists 0 to 30, 30 to 60, 60 to 120, greater than 120 days. How we can see that? Now we can check that here the lots of data is available here. Here one invoice date is here. This is an analysis of 2006 years. In this 2006 years, you can see that the last date of this year is 31st December 2006. Last date is 31st December 06. Now we will find out the total number of days difference. For example, the last date is 31st December 2006 and this date is 6/10/2006. So here the difference is not in number but this is in date. So we will go for the number and here the K1 value is fixed. That's why we will increase this value to F4. Now F4 this value and drag this value. You can see here the number of days difference is coming. The last day is 31st December and this is a number of days difference because we will find out the analysis of days first. So we will find the days. 359, 356, 35. This is all are the days difference. Here is a days difference is here. Now what we will do is here 0 to 30 days. Yes. Here is our criteria. Basically 0 to 30. And here is a days difference is available. Now what will I do? Sum if function and range. So our range. What is our criteria? Criteria is less than 30. And what is a sum? The sales plus tax. Aging analysis for sales plus tax. Now you can see here this is a 0 to 30 days analysis and less than 30. Less than 30 days analysis, sales plus tax. It means that sales plus tax 0 to 30 days transaction value is 302599.81. You can see here less than 30. You can less than or equal to 30. If it is only numeric value, this is double quote will be not required. But if it is less than, greater than, equal to symbol, this is a textual symbol from your side. So we want to double quotes. If any textual value, we want to double quotes is required. Now this is a clear. This is value clear. Now in the second phase, we will find out sum if. This is all are the range. Then we want to criteria less than or equal to 60 and sales plus tax. Now you can see here this is less than 60. This is not a 30 to 60. Now what can we do? We can minus the first value minus this one. So this value is 30 to 60 value less than or equal to 60. is a less than 60 is fine. Now 60 to 20, sum if here is our range, then our criteria less than or equal to 120, criteria over, and the sum of this range is sales plus tax. Same as it is minus this 30 to 60 value, this value, sum if, and same as it is criteria range. Range is not greater than 120. Sales plus tax. This is sales plus tax value greater than 120. And yes, this value is minus this value. Now you can see here the total is 11921 something. So it is verified or not. We will check that. This is 12,56283 and our total is this one. You can see here less than or equal to 30, less than or equal to 60, less than or equal to 120, and this is a greater than 120. Now equal to or this symbol will be different, so we cannot find out the equal to 30 value will be minus or not. This is only for using summing function. So at that time it is create some problem because this value and this value we cannot be matched as perfectly because less than 30 value. This is less than 60 value because 30 value will be minus here, less than 120 value. So 60 value will be minus. So now with using of some ifs function, aging analysis with using of some ifs function, sum if function, we will use this sum ifs function. Now you can see here what we will use. First sum if, sum if s. First is a sum range, second is a criteria range one, third is a criteria one. Here is our sum range. Sum range is what? Sales plus tax is our sum range. And criteria range one, and this is criteria range one, and criteria one. Criteria one is less than or equal to 30. This is our criteria. So this value is our value. This is sum if s. Now the sum if s, sum if including one or more criteria because greater than 30, less than 60. Now the sum range is sales plus tax, criteria range 1 and criteria 1. Criteria range 1 and criteria 1 is greater than 30. Now criteria range 2 and criteria 2. Criteria range 2 is what? This is our criteria range 2 and our criteria is less than or equal to 60. It means that 30 plus 60 minus. These two totals are same. Now we want to create a two criteria, 30 to 60. Now here, sum if s, sum range. Here is a sum range, sales plus tax, then criteria range 1 and criteria 1, criteria range 1 and criteria 1. What is criteria 1 is greater than or equal to 60. And criteria range 2 less than or equal to 120. Greater than 60, less than 120. This is greater than 60 or less than 120. Here you can do this 120. This is completely fine for us. Greater than or equal to 60. We want to do this also. We want to do this. This is 0. So everyone we will put this value equal to is here. So this value is 131783. Now 1, 2. Last one is sum if s, the sum range, says plus text, criteria range 1, criteria range 1 is just 1, and the range is predefined 120, and total is here. We will sum this value. This is 125631. Now you can see here that is a more difference between is here 1691283, and this is almost biggest value. So this is 60 to 120, I think so 30 to 60, and those three value will be minus here. We can see here, we can do this, and the plus value for do this also. We will put this value and minus this value. So this value minus greater than 120 value. So if I want to only minus this value, it will be do this or not. We will check that. It is not matching this value. So we will minus this value B8 plus B7 plus B6. B6 this value. We minus this value. So here you can see this total is also B6, B7, B8. The total is not matching here because greater than 120 value here is. So we will less than 120. This is greater than 120 value. Here is we can find out some error and we can easily match this value. Now, one basic problem is that we will find out this error because this we are not putting manually basic greater than 120 value. This is greater than 120 value. Now you can see here this is matching this value because we will not minus all the value greater than 120. We will find out the greater than 120 value. So we can easily find out greater than 120 and auto sum this value. This is sum of is greater than 120. We will not finding the minus. But this is the basically different. But now the criteria is changed. Here same thing. Here same thing. But the criteria is changed. At that time, this is creating a problem. 0 to 30. If I want to 40 to 60. At that moment, this functionality cannot be worked. This functionality cannot be worked from our side because this is not fulfill our criteria. This is not working. This is working from SumIf. SumIf worked, but here the SumIf is working. But yes, here is SumIf is not working. Why it is not working? Because at that moment 0 to 40 value will be minus and our value is 0 to 30 only. So SumIf is not working. Here the SumIf has work and also SumIf has work. This is both are working functionality. So we can work with both the functionality. Now how it is working this functionality SumIf as you can see here. SumIf as first is sum range. This is our sum range. This is our criteria 1 and criteria is less than or equal to 30. Here it is working. But now about 40 to 60 at that moment only and only SumIf is working. SumIf is not working. Right? At that moment, if it is work with SumIf as, here we will work with SumIf as and sum range. Criteria range 1. Criteria 1. What is your criteria 1 is greater than 40 and criteria range 2 less than or equal to 60. So this is work with 40 to 60. Now it is clear between SumIf and SumIf as. Some another example. This is the same criteria. This will be working from same criteria. If the criteria is different, for example, if the data in SUMIF is different. How to different data in SUMIF? If the analysis, we have two criteria between 0 to 30 days. This is days wise criteria. We have a two criteria, and our product code, this is our product code, is only for 05. Product code is only 05. We have a two criteria. We have a take the analysis of 0 to 30 days, as well as product code is only for 0 to 5. Now we will use SUMIF as first is sum range. Here is our sum range. Now you can see here the criteria range 1. Here is our criteria range 1 and criteria 1. Criteria 1 is what? Less than or equal to 30. And what is our criteria 2? Second criteria is different, is our product code. And at that time, product code is what? Product code is 05. The product code 05, 0 to 30 days analysis is 294047. You can see here, this is all are the product code 05 and all are the 0 to 30 days. So now you can see here 0 to 30 days equivalent to 30 also. Now I'm changing my data. If I want to change my data, 0 to 30 equivalent to 30 days, these all are the 05 values, and the count is 06, and you can see here the total of 0 to 30 days equal to 0 to 30 days, and days value is, and product code is 05. 0 to 30 days and product code is 05. After now we want to evaluate this formula, sum range, criteria range, and 05. You can also put here 05 at this level. The total will be same. J3 to J902. Now we will evaluate this formula. How to evaluate this formula? This is our sum range. For example, SUMIF as, this is our SUMIF as. Here you can first is sum range, second is criteria range 1, third is criteria 1. We will see it. This is SUMIF as, first is our sum range, second is our criteria range and criteria, third is our also criteria range and criteria. You can see here product code, this is 04, this is 05, this is 04, yes. This is also 05, this is 04 and 05 will be also coming in this situation. In between 05 is also coming. So we can do one thing. We can 03. This is all at the 30. Then we will find out 05. Here also 05. We can do only 5. This is numeric value and we will do this. So now here is a sum. We can find out the sum is 320205. And here we can see it. The whole the product code value sum is 380, and simultaneously we will sum of this range value is 302205, and the both will be cross verified. You can see here both the data will be cross verified this data. So both the value. Now this is two criteria. Two criteria value. This is only one criteria applicable. Apply 2 times. This is only one criteria applicable from 2 times. Two criteria, you can give it as two criteria is applicable to sides. So that is a difference basically. SUMIF and SUMIF as, that is a basically difference. SUMIF as you can use the two criteria also, you can use the different criteria also. This is SUMIF and SUMIF as project. Now in the next video we will discuss COUNTIF and COUNTIF as.